You boys ever heard of rucking? I'm not gonna lie, I think I had heard of it before, but I never really understood like how fucking OP it was, right? Because recently I've started rucking. I put like 10 kilograms in my like of weights because I got dumbbells at home. Put that in my rucksack and I go on a fucking power walk. And I'm not talking about no pussyfooting like tiptoeing around fucking 2 mile an hour little stroll. I go on like a 4.5 mile per hour walk, bro. I'm powering through it, and literally it's pretty OP, I'm not gonna lie. So I walk in the morning and I walk in the evening every single day. It's like the first thing I do in the morning is I get out of bed and I go for a walk, right? Well, I get out of bed, I brush my teeth, I have some water and I go for a walk, right? Then in the evening, I come home from the gym, I have my dinner, and then I go on another walk. Now, here's the thing. I would usually spend 10 minutes at the end of every gym session on the treadmill on like a 12 incline and like a 4 mile per hour speed. And I'll just walk for like 10, 15 minutes as kind of like a cool down and just a little way to burn more calories, right? And then after a while, I started realizing, yo, this shit's kind of boring, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like this shit's kind of boring. Like if I had a podcast to listen to, then it was actually really fun and I enjoyed doing it. And don't get me wrong, I did it for a good 6 weeks or 5-6 weeks, something like that. But towards the end of it, I kind of started getting a little bit bored of it, right? And I would start like, what's the fucking word, bro? I would start getting annoyed every time I thought about it. Like I'd be in the gym and I'd be finishing up and I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, I got to do the treadmill. I don't like those feelings. I don't like those. And if I'm really feeling such like negative energy towards it, then clearly it's something that shouldn't be in my life, right? So I removed that, but then I realized, why would I be walking on the treadmill anyway when I can just walk in the real fucking outdoors, which I already do anyway? But what would I do? Just make the walk twice as long? I don't really want to walk around in the evening and the morning for like half an hour each time because I only walk for like 15-20 minutes, right? And that's when I discovered rucking. So I started with 5 kilograms in the back and I just started rucking, and I learned that when you ruck you have to be like quite quick. Well, you don't have to like fucking run or anything, but you got to keep a little bit of a pace going with you, right? And the 5 kg, I'll be honest with you, bro, it just felt a little bit too easy. So then I upped it to 10. And that actually kind of hurt. I'll be honest with you, bro. It actually kind of hurt a little bit. My back was definitely aching quite a bit. My hips were aching tremendously. But I thought maybe this is just growing pain, something that I'm going to get used to after a while. And I think that has started to subside recently in the last few days. Now, we'll be honest, because it was such a shock to my body, I've been doing this for the last 4 or 5 days or something. This morning, I did drop it back down to 5 just to give my body a little bit of a rest, because I don't think I need to do 10 every single time, right? And my best time with 10 kg on my back was a 14-minute, 20-second mile, which I think is pretty fucking good. Compared to like online standards, apparently that's actually pretty good speeds, right? So I was determined to get that to under 14 minutes with 10 kg on the back. A 14-minute mile rucking with 10 kg on the back, as someone who hasn't rucked before. I thought that'd be pretty good, right? Unfortunately, the time started actually dropping for the last few days, which is why I thought maybe I should give my body a little bit of a rest and just do 5 kg instead. Because right now, like, I've felt it in my hips, my glutes, my legs, like for the last like 4 or 5 days. Like, it's been kind of fucking me up, I can't lie. So I dropped it down to 5 kg. But I just wanted to bring this up and mention it because the calories you burn rucking is absolutely fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, it can be up to like 600 an hour, which is like, don't get me wrong, I only do 15 minutes. But I realized, like, why would I do a 2-mile ruck when I can just do 2 1-mile rucks, right? Because then you got more energy, right? And you can really go for it. Whereas with a 2-mile ruck, you're going to get to like the 1-mile mark. You're going to start burning out. You're going to start running out of energy. So why not go for a rest in between? So 2 1-mile rucks a day is what I've been doing lately to burn more calories. And I'm not going to lie, I dropped down to 187.2 on the scale this morning, which I understand is going to be a lot of water weight because there's no way I lost that much weight in just like 24 hours. But that is a record low for, what is the date today anyway? The 13th of March. So yeah, we're finally at a low, and we're going to be trying to crash down on the diet. Bought a load of healthy food recently because I want to try and crash down. We've got about 6 weeks until the holiday, and I really want to try and lose like a good, 8 pounds before that, which is relatively aggressive, but not unsustainable at least. And if it's only like 6 weeks, then it's a lot easier to do that for like a limited period of time, right? So yeah, rucking, bro. Rucking is absolutely OP if you are looking to lose weight and you don't really want to do cardio like me. I'm not much of a runner. I do cycle, but it's not really like power cycles. I'm not doing it to be fit. I'm just doing it as commutes and because I actually enjoy enjoy cycling. But if you're looking to lose weight, I'd 100% recommend rucking. It's basically walking with progressive overload. So what is not to love about that? You know what I mean? Start with a mile, start with 2 miles, and start with whatever the fuck you want, to be honest. And start at this speed that you feel comfortable with, and just give yourself the first few days. Don't try and go too hard, because your body is going to need to adapt to like your joints and stuff. And my upper back specifically, because that's what's holding the weights in the rucksack, was definitely aching quite a bit in the first few days, which does subside after a while. I think it's just your body's getting used to it, because it doesn't really carry that much weight for those like long periods of time, I suppose, right? So yeah, try out rucking, man. Really good for weight loss. Really not too hard to do either. And the only tip I can really give, because I've already just started doing it, is make sure that the rucksack is really, really like tight onto your upper back. You don't want it swinging. You don't want it hitting your lower back. You don't want it fucking with your posture. Let it drag your shoulders back, but keep your chest up and straight to keep your posture good. And, just make sure you're not like, you can feel when you're walking if you're fucking your body up, and just try not to do that. You know what I mean? So, of course, if you want to take it very seriously, you could also get a weighted vest, or you can get a specific rucksack designed for actually holding weight for rucking. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm saving money for a holiday. I've only just started doing this. I don't want to be a poser, so I'm not going to go like that hard at least. So, but yeah, try out rucking. Really good for you. I'm doing it. I love it. Hopefully you love it too. It's been a boy, big old fucking Jimbo, and I will see you boys in the next. Peace.